Hey guys, in this video I want to show you the $90,000 and $815 CBO campaign strategy and basically the whole structure of this campaign and how it was structured, how it was launched. So you can see here the ROAS is 642, pretty good ROAS. Let me refresh these stats so you can see kind of like they're all like real stats. So pretty good ROAS, as you can see here. And basically how this campaign is structured is it's created from custom audiences and lookalike audiences from the following sources here. So it's 28 days people who purchased. Then another one here is people who've purchased based on value. 90% of all people that have purchased, right? So value-based lookalike. Then people who added payment info at least 2 times. This is very good audience that you can create within the audiences tab in your dashboard. Then 90 days purchased at least 2 times with very valuable customers, and 90 days people who added payment info at least 3 times. And then 180 days people who purchased at least 3 times. So pretty much just squeezing the most out of like existing customer base and pixel data that was available like on this particular pixel. Like if you don't have this data, obviously you can just go and use the data for, let's say, people who added to cart, or people who viewed content, people who engaged on Instagram, or people who engaged on Facebook with your page. You can just go like a few steps below that if you don't have the sufficient amount of data, at least 500 events in my experience, to create like a proper lookalike, and then create lookalike from 1 to 2% to 10%. So there are 2 ways of doing that. So it's either from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, that breakdown, or 1 to 10. So in my experience, 1 to 2, 2 to 3 recently works better. So that's the setup that I would recommend. So basically, combination of lookalikes, like stacking them in one asset. So this is the first step here. Step 2 is identifying your 4 top performing ad creatives. So you can just do the creative reporting, and you should see the data basically of ads that have been running at least 14 days and have been consistently spending and generating new sales. Then consider running just primarily square or vertical images, videos, and carousel ads. Like the most like conservative, the most like used format is 1080 by 1080. So you can just stick with square. Use different angles in terms of headlines and ad copies. So for example, different products can be sold in different ways. So let's say let me take some product and just show you the example. So I have a microphone here, right? And so like microphone, for example, it can be sold as as a device for people who want to share their message. For example, people who are speakers, or people who are like having podcasts, or for example, can be sold for people who have like YouTube channels, like improve the quality of your sound, attract more people, grow your business. So there are different angles that even the microphone can be used with. And a lot of the times people get confused with angles, but in reality it's quite simple, because angle is just like a way of positioning the product to a particular audience to get them to buy, right? And obviously different angles can be like the degree of efficiency of the angle can be like very different between one angle and another. So one angle can be like 10 times more efficient and get you like much higher ROAS than others. So in my experience, it's one of the major ways of you testing, testing your ads and improving the performance of your ads. And to identify new angles for your ads, you can just go to Amazon, find the product that you're selling or a very similar product, just read the reviews and identify the common trends of people that are buying the product. So for example here, if I go to get a microphone, right, I can just go to reviews and see, right, let's say like top reviews from people that are kind of like left the most, like the best reviews for this particular product. So on Amazon, you can see like you can sort by 5-star reviews, let's say. Yeah, I bought this so that I would be able to record clear audio without the static noise, right? And so I've been eyeballing real microphone, you know, and been choosing between this and another one. Like I use a Yeti for screencasting and webinars, right? So you can position, for example, this is a tool for people who record webinars, record like high quality webinars, sell more, expand your audience, share your message, right? It's like one of the angles that can be used for this product in particular. Now, then once you have these ads, once you identify this, copy your existing ads through Ad ID for more engagement, so accumulating the existing engagement that was already created. This is how you get the momentum with your ads much faster. So you can just copy the existing post ID for that and insert them in new ads that you do for your CBO campaigns. Identify and set your budget. So I've been mentioning this like a few times. So you have to give enough data and enough money to Facebook to properly optimize. So for example, let's say you have like 4 ad sets, right? And let's say you have 4 ads in each of those. And if you want to give like $20, which is very reasonable for each ad to get like proper amount of data to optimize and get better results, then it will be 4 multiplied by 20, 4 ads each $20, it will be $80, multiplied by 4 ad sets, $320. And then if you want to have like less, obviously spend less on this like testing, initial testing, then you can go with $15. In this case, 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 15 will be $240 a day in budget. And low, it will be for let's say 4 ad sets, 4 ads in each, and $10 for each ad in each ad set. So pretty much $160 a day. And if you set smaller budget, I mean, obviously you can set like CBO campaign budget to like $50 or $30, $20, and people do $5. And obviously more time will be needed for CBO to end its learning phase. And what might happen is that with those kind of like setups where you just get the initial, like you might start a campaign with like, let's say $20 a day budget, like CBO campaign, or $50. And then, you know, you get a few sales, you're excited, and then like campaign just dies because it doesn't have enough data. And let's say your break-even KPI is like $50, right? And then you set the whole campaign budget to $50, pretty much just enough to get like 1 sale, right, with your break-even KPI. Obviously, this is not enough budget, right? So you have to rethink that. If you're still like thinking like about, there are people that are using like micro budgeting or, you know, stuff like that. I mean, obviously you can get it to a certain level, like you can spend like a few $100s a day, but if you want to scale to like a few $1,000s a day, it will be very difficult. So you have to rethink how you see this, and basically Facebook needs money to optimize faster, and you know, the faster you spend, the faster you learn, the faster you can optimize, the faster you can scale. So these are the main insights. This is the calculation you can use for budget for your CBO campaigns. Now, create CBO campaigns with 4 or 5 ads inside. I found that's like a sweet spot. So if you recently started your campaigns and need to get more fast winners, you can do 4 different custom audiences, 1% lookalike of each audience. And if you want to scale up and look for new prospecting audiences, then basically 1 to 3% lookalikes will work for this. You can see how it's structured. So 1% 1 to 3%, 4 to 7, 8 to 10, and then broad, no targeting at all. Now, broad, it basically means like there's just age, gender, and country, right? So let's say United States, 25 plus, men and women, right? Or maybe just women or men. And so in this case, if broad, no targeting audience is so good, if it gets you like good results, then it means that your funnel is very flexible. So try to find your best target age by group and placement, right? You can do automatic placements, 18 to 24 years old, Facebook and Instagram feeds, 25 to 34, Facebook, Instagram feeds and stories, 35 to 40. Kind of like segment into smaller like audiences and see which one is resonating better with your basically getting you better ROAS, better numbers. So step number 5 is when you launch campaigns and monitor. So remember to launch your campaigns with the beginning of new day, like 0 to 6 a.m. Let's say if you do United States, I would launch campaigns like 6 a.m. 6 a.m. like New York time to get higher clicks rate. Then turn off after ad spending break even KPI. Just keep your eyes on metrics, and there's obviously learning curve, and Facebook needs sufficient amount of data. But let's say if you see that ad spending like $40, $100 and it gets no sales, then it means something is off, something has to be adjusted, or the asset just not hitting the right segment of people. So it's better to shut it down and launch something, launch like a new variable, or just allocate the budget to assets that are already getting sales and have better proof of concept. And then cost cap, manual bid campaigns for audience interests that are constantly delivering good results. So once you have the good metrics, once you are getting good ROAS, and overall on the ad level, your engagement, your quality, your conversion are good, average or above average, or 2 or more of those, then you can experiment with cost cap and manual bid campaigns just to get more conversions within your audiences. Now, people overcomplicate the manual bidding, like they think it's some kind of like magic that would magically make your campaigns work. It will not. It will just help you to, like, if your ads and campaigns and your website converts, like basically this will just help you to get more conversions out of it. If your website doesn't convert, or if your ads are not good enough, then it will not help you. And so here bids would range for 70% CPA to 125% CPA. If the results are good, you can scale the budget to 2x just to get more conversions within those audiences. So let's say if your desired CPA is $20, you can try from like $15 to $25, let's say, a bid. But if the results are good, you can just do $40 bid here. And then launch 10% lookalike campaigns for the audiences that are working well with auto bid. And if they deliver good results, just apply the previous steps which I showed you in here. So this is basically how it is structured, how this particular campaign is structured, guys. Campaign that had pretty good 642x ROAS on cold traffic. So this is what we're going to share with you. If you want more basically expanded comprehensive training on CBO campaigns, there is a link below in the description. Get the training for yourself, check it out. We get very good feedback, amazing feedback, people who are applying that information, literally walking through like real life accounts, showing you the strategy, the breakdown, everything. So check it out. Thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss like new videos where I show you more insights, and we have interviews with people who are leading authorities in the industry, so you can learn from not only from me but from other experts. And yeah, subscribe to my channel, leave me comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.